Hello, it's me, Bunny Cakes again, and thank you for coming back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello for the first time. So I'm here with another video, and this one, it's kind of sort of discussion, I think, or maybe a vlog, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. So the idea behind this, what made me decide to make this video, is that, I have this book that I felt like the universe was kind of thwacking me over the head with over time, and then all at once, like, I needed to read it. So the book is You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. So recently, and you've probably heard me mention him before, but Peter Mon, he has a channel called Peterisms, I'll link it down below. He reads a self-improvement book, at least one, every month over on that channel. It's kind of like a homework assignment that he gives himself, and the viewers can participate as well. And I've been participating in that the last couple of months. I think it's doing me some good. And, I mean, the worst thing ever is I'm going to read 12 books this year. And, I have a goal of 52, so, I mean, it helps. And then if I actually learn something or pick up some things that make me feel better or help me cope with things or whatever, that's even better, right? So, and also I apologize for any background noise. My cat is running around playing with a toy mouse right now. And I'm just kind of letting her live her best life at the moment. So with this Jen Sincero book, Peter put it as his book for, I want to say February. It might have been March. I don't remember. I think it was March because I read it in March. Anyway, so what happened was I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. So I went to my library app, and around the same time I had also started a gym membership, and I thought, well, you know, I'm not really into audiobooks that much, because if I'm just sitting around, I zone them out. But I said, I'll try to listen to this book while I'm at the gym because I'll be active and I won't fall asleep, which is my biggest worry with audiobooks, and it's happened before. So I borrowed it as an audiobook from my library. And then around the same time, there was a Reddit Secret Santa for books, and I had signed up for that, and I had put in my preferences that I was starting to get into self-help books and that sort of thing. And so my Secret Santa also sent me this book. And the cover for the library, the audiobook that I had, was slightly different. It was the older version of the cover. But when I opened up this book from my Reddit Secret Santa, I said, I recognize that book. And so I went over on my bookshelf, and I already owned it. And I remembered buying it when I pulled it off my bookshelf. I had bought it at Walmart a year, maybe two ago. And it was at a Walmart that I don't go to anymore just because it's not convenient anymore. And it was a Walmart with a big book section. I had got it, and I was intending to read it. And I put it on my shelf because I was reading something else at the time. And I just forgot about it. And so it was kind of like I had wanted to read it. I forgot about it. And then Peter was reading it, so I said, okay, I'll read it. And then I had listened to probably about half of it when, I think it was literally the same day I started listening to it, I got this in the mail. And I don't have both physical copies anymore because I decided to, since I had a couple of copies, I decided to donate it to my therapist so that she could give it out to people, and she may be reading it. I think she said she was going to read it, but I've already donated that one. But it kind of really felt like the universe was telling me that I need to read this darn book. So I read it. I finished it. I think later that day I finished it, and it's got a lot of really good messages, and I finished it as the audiobook since that's what I started, but I loved that the author read it. I love when authors read their own books because they they know where the inflection is, and they know what they meant by what they said. So I love when they do that. Now, I mean, there's a lot of great voice actors out there. Like, I've been listening to some Stephen King audiobooks, and like, he talks in between some of the stories, but I love the voice actors he has. But like with books like this, books that aren't necessarily fiction, or sometimes even when they are, but they have a hint of truth to them, I love when the author reads them. And it just felt like with this book, the universe was like, you need to read this book. And I loved it. It's got a good message, and it doesn't have that really cheese with extra cheese feel that a lot of self-help and self-improvement books have. So I really liked it. I'm actually planning to read it again, or maybe listen to it again. I haven't decided. I might listen to it and follow along with the physical copy, so I can highlight spots and make notes. But it gave me this idea for a discussion, and that is, what books are there that you have felt that the universe is trying to say, hey, read this? Whether it's a self-help book or a fiction book, or any genre, is there a book out there that you think the universe has been like, hey, this book, you need to read it? Or even if it's not the universe, a friend or whatever, what books have you been kind of beaten over the head with, and then you finally read and you love them? Yeah, that's what it made me think of, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. However many of you actually read this, tell me down below in the comment section, and I'll be there watching, and let's have a discussion about it, because I think it's a really interesting topic, especially right now when we don't necessarily have a whole lot to do. Let's get some interaction going, and let's have a conversation. And beyond that, thank you for listening to me ramble about this book. And the story behind the book. I didn't talk about the book a whole lot. But I might, if there's interest in it, I'll post a review where I talk more in depth about it, if people want to hear my review on it. But mostly I liked it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, which you'll know if you watched the books that I read in March video that I posted the other day. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll be down in the comments, and let's have a conversation about those universal books, or those books we've been beaten over the head with and then enjoyed when we finally broke down and read them. And also, wash your hands. Try not to touch your face. Lord knows I've touched my face enough in this video, but I have washed my hands. So, and stay safe out there, and let's do our best to help keep each other sane and think of each other. And if you hear a squeaking sound, I'm sitting on a yoga ball on a tile floor, so just so you know. And thanks again, and you guys have a good rest of your day.